You need just to understand why are you issuing a ticket for them.
I agree 100%. Time is the main resource right now.
Right.
That's very expensive for you.
Time and energy.
It was super difficult. It was super challenging.
Don't afraid. Go and use your experience.
I just remind you that we came here with no English.
Oh.
And it's just like crazy people, I know.
Okay, let's go to the party. Okay, I have 2 tickets. I give you one to you.
Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today we have a very interesting topic for you. So my name is Nadia. I mostly focused on leadership, where I help people to amplify their strengths, take own responsibility for their own life, and help them self to guide to the success. And today we have a very interesting topic. We will talk about this networking and socialization. And today we have a special expert today, Konstantin. Hi, Kostya.
Hi, Nadia. Thank you for invitation here. We have a very interesting topic for today about networking.
Yeah. As long as I know, you know how to digitize the society,
right,
and networking, and even know how to monetize and capitalize on it. Yeah, right? This is probably the most interesting topic for me. I would like to start from the idea, we need to understand, me and my side of the camera, we want to know why is it so important.
Okay, so all is about communication. It belongs to your life strategy. What is more important for you? I mean, for some people which make their decision to make money right here, right now, their strategy is about their monetization. And if, for example, you make your own strategy for a long life, it's all about building relationships, making partnership, and about capitalization of your networking.
Okay, maybe we'll start from the strategy.
Okay.
How to start building connection. So you can tell us from the expertise point of view how to do it professionally, and I can actually tell, maybe share my experience, how we did it when we moved to Canada.
Okay.
Because you start from scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about international networking, you need just to make your focus on the hundreds of people. I mean, in the countries such as Canada or United States, you need to focus for maybe 100 to 300 people. And it's all about your train which you use for going into your future, and we divide, if you are going with your train, you divide it for courage with your family, the strong connections. The second is about your friends. The third one is about your buddies or colleagues or business partnerships, and the fourth is about acquaintances. So there is also a networking station where you go in, to the bar or maybe any kind of event, so where you can go and give a ticket to your fourth carriage. To the people, to your acquaintance, you need just to understand why are you issuing a ticket for them. So in networking station would be a lot of people, hundreds, and you just need focus on the people who are you traveling to your future.
To the future.
Also, there is people outside of the networking station. There are a lot of people which lives in our houses, and it just could be your neighbors, people you don't know, or could be friends of your friends or acquaintance of your acquaintance.
So the people you can connect once, but it doesn't mean you will have to communicate with them.
Just probably see this person maybe twice a year, but you could just start and know something new about it. I mean, so it's your possibility. All your week connections is your possibility to know something new and to build something greater for your life, because the people who are in your free first carriage are the people who you know for maybe years or months, and you understand what are the people around them and their opportunities.
Yeah.
So all you need is just to divide the persons just for your global life, understanding something new for you, and the people who can give you help, or for example, you are
like a business connection or partnership connections that you can use any time if you need it.
Yeah. So also your value for these people, and it's very important for you to feel this value for first free carriages. If you need some help, you also can call or ask or text for these people and wait
and ask for help as well. If you need that. I agree 100% that we actually need to work on networking and connect to very important people. Like for example, if talking about our experience, when we moved to Vancouver, that's like you don't know anyone in this city, like not even like one person. We actually didn't know English as well. So our first goal was to actually meet someone who could help us to settle down, plus help us with English.
Who was that person?
It was like we went to the college to study English and then work. So we know that the first people we can meet will be in this college. And we met one guy from Moscow as well in the elevator. And we spoke Russian between me and my husband. And he's like, oh, you guys Russian too? Like, and we introduced each other. He also knew he needs to meet someone who can rely on. So we started to like a group of 3. We started to help each other. He is with English. My husband is really good at like locations, like knowing like banks, finances, this kind of stuff. We helped each other. Then this guy, he introduced us to another friend who came like a week later. And then we met a few more people with Russian background in the college. And then we started to like, as a group, think about like what we can do to get some permanent like residence here and stay here. And then we found some decisions. But when we moved to Calgary, we started again from the beginning. We just knew one couple. And this couple started to introduce us to their friends. I just want to point here that couple was medically, like medical professionals. At that time, my goal was to prove my medical background and become a medical professional here as well. That's why that was very important to connect with that people. So maybe you can explain a little bit more how it is important to find connection based for friendship, and one is for business related that can be helpful for you to settle down here and maybe find a job opportunity in the future.
It's very important to understand who is this major hub, I mean the person who knows a lot of people. And if you know this person who knows a lot of people, all you need is just to be useful for this man. So just to give something for him, which is not cost you a lot of, but maybe attention, maybe your energy, maybe your knowledge or your experience, and give it to him. After that, if there is a major hub, this person could also be your social broker. He could make some connection for you easy. So when you relocate or move somewhere, it's very important to find these people who owns their own community, or they like are leaders of any kind of clubs, or just find a new friends connection. So for example, where you came from, then ask them if you know somebody from this city, what is he doing. And actually it's better to find not the same persons who are you, like you're Russian and this is also Russian. Try to find Canadian, try to find like American who is native.
Okay, let's first conclude what you just said. You need to try to find people and give them the value that you can actually not expect. We don't talk about expectations here, but you can you can think of at least you are okay to ask for some help from them, because try to give
not
them
today,
out.
maybe 2 weeks later,
Yeah,
but
or a couple of
just
years
be
later, like
useful.
we're talking about
Just-
the future. Yeah, that value is not difficult to give, for them to give me, and I'm giving them something that's not difficult to give for them, like maybe my company.
Also, you can give them your connection from our cities which you came from, and you can connect these major hubs between themselves.
So you said try to connect to Canadians. I just remind you that we came here with no English.
Oh.
It's just like crazy people, I know. We try to find someone who speaks English to help us to connect to English speakers first. And I was working in a restaurant and tried to grab as much English as I could. So I first of all developed my speaking and writing skills. Listening was the most difficult one, but I was taking the courses for this one. But then that people connected us to the bigger group as English speakers. And I know it was super difficult. It was super challenging to go to Canadian party. You know that you would understand 20% of the conversation. So don't go to different countries with no English or language you're going there.
Don't afraid, go, and use your experience.
Yeah. But also, yeah, maybe it was a good point now as well, like don't afraid. That means, yes, if you go, then try to assimilate yourself to the community and make an effort. Not like hiding yourself, speaking with the like Russian communities only, but try to go there. It was very challenging. It took us a couple of years to get
if you became older, it will be more challenging for you every year after.
Agree, yeah.
So it's better to make like yesterday.
Yeah, but now let's talk about nowadays.
Okay.
We've been living to Canada for the last 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so we came from like very bottom. We were in very good positions in Russia, but when we moved there, we needed to go down. There was like no choice because we didn't know English, first of all. But now I graduated from like local university. Now I have a good job as a medical professional. I have connections there. We have a big clinic where we can help each other with any basically questions. And Ilya, my husband, he is in IT field. In this country, I think it's probably the same as in Moscow and Russia right now. The most important thing is to like networking, to go to different locations to meet with people and find your people. Maybe you can kind of conclude from this, from your expertise point of view.
It's very important when you're doing networking to think why. So what is your life strategy? And the first thing is very important to do to make your audit. I mean, to count what people you have for now, how many women, how many men you have, what is the age of them, what are the specialties, I mean, what is the age, because in Canada the several age is around 42,
yeah.
right, and the length of life it's about 81 years. It's very important to think who are your live now and what will be the age of a person who is around you.
What's your advice?
It's just to make different groups of the people you communicate with. So some of people could be your mentor, some of them could be your partners, some of them could be your mentee, right? Students, right? So it's very important to build such connections when you will like going to the age of 70s. So to have even more younger people with you and to make them great relationships, also to be useful for them, and for example they should be useful for you as well. So to communicate, because when we become older we have a fear of loneliness, and so that's why important to also to have people which are younger than you are.
Okay, that's great that I intuitively have a group of friends like about 10 years younger than me. No, of course we have different groups of people, and I like how you said it could be different groups of people. This is important. Yeah.
So it could be like several groups of doctors, of lawyers, of entrepreneurs, of musicians, or
artists.
Right, artists. So because if you are around only doctors, you are like know only the part of life. You know only the part of the life. But when you know a lot of people from other sectors, you can be also the hub, and you can connect with people between themselves. So, for example, if you know somebody from the doctor and from the sportsmen and somebody from the lawyers, and you can be useful for everybody. So, in the future, when you digitize your community and your environment, so it's very easy to understand that you can be helpful for every new person with your environment. If you know all the opportunities, all the resources of your friends, of your buddies, of your acquaintances, and all you need is just to communicate and have a straight dialogue with them and be useful for them as well.
Great. And my question is to you now.
Okay.
Share with us how and why you do it now, like internationally. So I know you travel a lot, mostly to North America, lately at least.
Okay.
What you're trying to do and how you do it? What is your strategy?
So my life strategy is to help people become.
So you're trying to be a hub?
Right.
Yeah.
So also I would like to be useful for people to think wider, to see what is our planet looks like. So, and how you can, for example, solve the problems if you have one. So, and what persons do you need to solve this problem? So, and these people could be in Australia or Canada or in Mexico or in Italy or in Vladivostok, Russia, different places.
Yeah.
So, for me, if I go somewhere, I know that I have a lot of friends which await for me if I come to this country. And it's easy to travel, easy to communicate, easier to make business, easier to be useful for the persons who want to solve any kind of problem. So it's just for your wider thinking.
It just mostly like, so you're trying to be that person that could connect different people for different reasons. And but do you have your personal goal? Maybe one day you plan, you can send your children here, or you are moving here, but you have a group of friends already when you move, like not like us. But
I'm not going to move somewhere, so I live in Moscow, Russia, so for me it's fine. But for example, if you can make different businesses, partnerships, and it could be to the different fields, and it could be for different currencies as well. So for example, if something goes wrong with Russian ruble or with American dollar or with Australian dollar, you can be like diversify your earnings, right, from all over the world. It can be also a strategy, but also what's I'm doing is I'll help people also to solve the problems. So I help people to communicate and find win-win decisions or compromise to solve the problems. And my personal own goal is to help 100,000 people to understand their strategies to help them. And so that's why I'm doing education online and offline, and make trainings, communication, negotiation, speaking trainers. And we play such games, communications. So if your wife, I'm a man, for example, your husband, after if you have a problem, we change our places and view.
So you teach how to build the professional communications and find the right solution for both communicators.
Right, and find this decision.
Yeah, I've tried that game yesterday, so I know what he's talking about. And that's a very nice strategy. I feel like it's one of the main skills we need right now. We just don't think about it, and we started like finding friends and connections here when we moved here without we did it intuitively because we need it, but now if you do it consciously, you can build up the stronger relationships and a stronger society around you. But you kind of teach now how people can do it consciously,
right,
and choose it, like do it right from the very beginning.
Right. So don't lose time for people who are not in your train and you're not going with them to the future.
You don't have same values and
Right,
same goals
right,
in the
right.
future. Yeah.
So just find the people who are you should travel with.
I agree. Time is the main resource right now.
Right.
That's very expensive for you.
Time and energy as well.
And then energy. Now, like, yeah, if you have, like how you said, like so many people around you, you can't meet for the coffee with each of them. It will take you like every day.
Every person is an assumption, and it's very important to build your own rules. Should you check this assumption? It should be the age, the gender,
social roles.
right?
Yeah.
Or do you like these people? Do you like this person? Does it works back?
Oh yeah.
And all you need is just to build such connection. If you can be who offers something. For example, you can take this person and okay, let's go to the party. Okay, I have 2 tickets. I give you one to you. So just to be one of a leader and check this assumption, like.
So you have to be able to offer something as well.
Right, to have energy. It's very important if you are valued. So, for example, what are the values if these people will be around you? So why? It should be very interesting to be with you. Why? Right. So it's very important to travel, to read the books, to read something, like to watch the films, and to communicate with different people all over the world.
We have something in common, yeah.
Right, to make to be more attractive. Right, and it's very useful for you to understand where you're at now for this group of people and how you can grow, maybe in a month, in a 2, in a 3, and that's why I built these strategies. What do you need to do also?
It's very interesting, and I know how you do it. I feel like it's the biggest thing we need to focus on right now, because our globe is getting smaller. What I mean is actually we're getting connecting to each other super easy right now. We can travel everywhere, we can connect online. That's why we have a bigger group of people to communicate. You teach how to build the good, strong relationships, how to use it for yourself to win, and also offer them your value so they can win. That's a win-win situation.
Right. So it's very important to be useful for every person all over the world and to have energy. Maybe in the future you need just to choose the right persons who are you going to your future. So after your networking, like you're thinking about the quality, and then you like make connections directly. So you're not going to every kind of events, but there should be also like with this event I will go, but with these people I can go only online.
Yeah,
only.
sure. So we just have to conclude, think about quantity and quality over quantity, right?
Yes, so the 4th carriage is like a funnel where you can understand, would you like to take this person up to your friends or up to your colleagues or up to your buddies or up to your business colleagues, and you need to understand what possibilities do you have for him and what possibilities this person has for you, and how you can share, and how you can share, for example, which cost you nothing
Yeah.
but it values for him a lot of, and just ask him about his life, about his interests, about his business, what kind of clients.
I just want to add
Right.
I just remembered one example, like
Right.
to basically it's a very good illustration what you've just said. Like last year we were traveling and we've met one girl. She was a mentor and she was talking about like teaching about like how to start to sell your product, right? She might be interested to me because I'm launching my new product right now.
Okay.
But at the same time, she's a single mom with a son, and she said, my biggest weakness is family. But I am a mentor of relationships and building a good family. So we kind of started to exchange the experience with each other. That's how we can be useful. It can be something smaller or bigger, but this one was like a very, very interesting match. So it was like we wanted to meet each other every morning for a coffee to talk about more, like, you know, like some connections, like you can't stop talking. That was the case. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to ask a question, to ask the open question, to understand all the viewing, right, of this person, how he makes a decision, what is thinking about, what is his values, what is his plans to do. And if you can help with his plans or solve a problem, you can be not only acquaintance, but you can be also like buddies, start to be buddies. After, maybe if you would like to be more friendly, if your relationships is not about the money, it could be a friendship. And if this person, for example, you are single, or our people is has no maybe wife or
a single as well,
right? So probably this friend could be also your partner. So it's like a funnel with people who are you spending your time, what kind of activities do you do. To be your new friend, it needs about 200 hours to spend with, to communicate with.
200 hours?
200 hours. For example, a year, not only like with traveling like somewhere, but during like months or even years. So for example, it needs to be at least 4 hours a week if you want to be a friend during 1 year, to go for a gym, to make some activities maybe outside of the house, maybe walking, traveling, drinking a beer in a bar, and maybe doing something with your families all together.
Oh yeah, that's a very common in Canada. Right. Can I say that my example was an example of how to monetize connections? Because her product is expensive, my product is expensive. We did an exchange, so we saved money. We didn't maybe we didn't do income.
Monetization is all about, for example, you know this person and you know his resources. He can do it for you for free. And this is monetization, because if you don't know this person, he wouldn't do that for you. You understand?
Okay.
Maybe he can give you a discount. Because
can you give us a practical example?
Yes, you know me, and
I
know somebody else, and you can ask me to help you. And because I know this, and because I know this person, I know the price costs like $100 for something, and because I know him well and I help him, he can do it for you for free, or he can make any kind of discount, like 50% discount. So it's about monetization. If you, for example, make your own courses and you give me your link, promo code, like Konstantin or Perminov, so I can also invite such person who are interested in your courses, and they go via my promo code, they make some maybe discounts.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And it's about monetization. Okay, you using your app with your bank. This bank offers for you to send a link to your friends to be a customer. It's also about monetization because they will give you kind of cashback. It's about monetization, but it's for like wider connections.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about capitalization, it's how you build your partnership, and you understand if you have, for example, time, if you have energy, and there are different person who has money, reputation, and connection, how you can connect all your possibilities to each other, and you're building something new, like new project. And after, in the future, you can sell it, or you can also monetize it, but you will earn more money than this line of
so
connection.
like capitalization is like investing in a right relationships for the future.
Right.
It's
like
for
years.
Yeah.
It's not about money right here, right now.
Yeah, and I think it's a very good connection to our children now. That's what we do now for children. Like the reason we moved to Canada, that's just so they have, for example, 2 citizenship and a Canadian passport. They can travel and meet people. This is an investment to their future. Also, it would be capitalization?
Well, it's not about connections between the people. So capitalization is about building relationships. Monetization is about the building connections, but it's all about the money. So if you're making your passport for kids, it's not about like human monetization. Maybe it's about our capitalization. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not the topic we're discussing about now, but for the future, I'm sure it will helpful for your kids to make more connections for all over the world, because you have like Canadian passport, which is very strong. Like in
for
Russian.
them it will be maybe like about connections, but for us as parents is investment to their future.
Yes, but it's not about the topic we're talking about now.
Okay. So, but that's nice to clarify, because we're just talking about so we're not going to talk about children education and
we can speak about as well. So I think it's very important where you also kids going to have their education, because it's also influence for them, which are also influence for you, because you as a parent communicate with other parents, and you can make connections because of your kids with others. It also values for you, which are the persons who communicate. For example, if you will go to Stanford and you will communicate with absolutely other people, right? Or if you move for any other country, you will communicate with other people, with other parents.
Or for example, if I want my son to be a doctor, we would move to the area and go to the school that the doctor's children go. Through children, we can make connection with doctors, and it's not even about to find a job, but it's about like how to get the course, like what university would be the best, how to get in there. Because honestly, even though we live here for 16 years, we have a very good relationships, but we're not at that point yet, because we have a younger children. But it will be a question in the future, how to find a good university.
And it's very useful for you just to communicate with, to make relationships, and to understand the new picture of their life, to understand why are they going to this school or this university. Will it be helpful for them, or is it value, or it's not for these days at least?
Yeah, that's good. So as a conclusion, can you name 5 important strategies that everyone should know to build up the good, strong society around you?
Just understand the things which cost you nothing, but should be important for every person you communicate with. It could be your experience, it could be your knowledge, it could be your connections, it could be your time, it could be your energy. Just think what you can give for every person which is around you. The second, it's very important to have energy and give a little bit more when you taking. To give a little bit more when you get a little bit more. So like pay forward. And the third one is very important to understand who is your hub in your society and build these connections more actively. The fourth is very important to be a social broker. For example, if you know the person who is very helpful for these people who needs one, just
connect them to each other.
Right, connect them. And the fifth, just read more books, think widely, and be very thankful for every person.
Open-minded.
Right, and be thankful for every person which give you something.
And try to give something back.
Yeah. That's it.
That's a very nice conclusion. I like it. Yeah. Thank you, Konstantin, for your expert view on this topic, networking and socialization. And now, hopefully, we're all gonna use it. You wanna add something? No?
Thank you for the invitation, and just do networking.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Subscribe to our channel.